Welcome to the Sharing Truth with Impact webinar. I appreciate you guys coming on here. This is going to be a information-filled 60 minutes or so, and so buckle your belt and take some notes if you have a notepad, and we will be sharing quite a bit of information here. We will also be having a special guest to talk about her testimony of taking a similar course, as well as the introduction of this is going to be based on the COO of Blessed to Teach, and it is Rob. So we're going to bring Rob on right now. Take some notes if you have a notepad, and we will be. All right, I just have to close down the double video here. So I've got that closed down. So all right, Rob, how are you?
I'm fantastic, Rick. That's super excited to be here. Thank you, everybody, for jumping on. And I know I'm super excited because I've been working with Rick on this program and trying to help him with some of the technology. And the excitement behind what Rick has put together is awesome. So I'm super excited to actually get to this date and going through some of this information I know that Rick's going to go through with you is awesome. Many of you don't know me, but I am behind the scenes guy for Rick, and I help him a lot with the technology, etc. This program is near and dear to my heart. So you'll hear I'm going to talk a little bit later about some of my experiences with things Rick's going to show you. So, but I wanted to give a real quick introduction to Rick. So for the people who are new to Rick, I know a lot of you do know him because of his Blessed to Teach YouTube channel. But the people who don't, I'm going to just give you a real quick intro. Rick is not only my brother, but he's been my mentor my entire life. He's a very intelligent man of God who loves his God, and he loves his country, and has been working really hard full-time at a job during the day, and at night he does a lot of this Blessed to Teach YouTube channel things. It's just been a huge inspiration to thousands of people. And so I'm blessed to have him as my brother and my mentor, but and it's a blessing to work with him and to see the things and how he's really impacting people's lives. The more and more that I work with his community of people, the more amazed I am at how many lives across the world, literally, that he's impacting. I help with some customer service issues, and a very, very large majority of the people that work with Rick are just excited to work with him and love his heart, because his heart is to help people, and his heart is with the Lord, and he wants to do the right thing. And so I think it's just fantastic to have him here. So with that, that's a short summary. I could go on for probably 30 minutes, but I don't want to bore you. But with that, I want to introduce you to Rick, Blessed to Teach.
All right, so here we are in the Sharing Truth with Impact, and I am going to actually go to a different view here of the full camera view before I get into too much of this. But tell you what, I hate it when it does that. It's funny, you guys know I do things on the fly all the time. Like here I am changing the black part of my camera to make sure it shows correctly, and there it goes. Yes, we got camera action. I want to say hi to everybody. I always do this at the beginning of my YouTube channels as well, just say hi and see where people are from. So let me know where you're from, and we'll look at it. It says Eva was on real early. We got David Orpert all the way from Australia. Diane Sullivan is Sylvian is I might have to get that down. Sylvain is on as a moderator, so thank you so much. So is Alan. I really appreciate you guys coming on and supporting me. It's a real blessing to have such awesome moderators on this channel as well. But appreciate, and look, we got GWH from Norway on. So anybody further away from that? We got Richmond, Indiana, South Australia. We got Martin from Wales, UK. Wow, that's really cool. Ohana, I'm not sure where that is. Chicago. We got Georgia in town. We got in the house, we got Eastern Shore, DE, Vancouver, Louisiana, Sherman, Texas, Missouri, Bayman. Oh, wow, it goes over. Then it just kind of went crazy. Arkansas, Canada, Michigan, New Zealand, Canada, Toronto, Canada, Colorado. Wow. Okay, let's get started on this. Wanted to start out with a story that maybe some of you have heard, but a lot of you probably haven't. And it is a story about me watching a casket being lowered into the ground. And it was really a person that I loved dearly. Over 30 years ago was my best man. At my wedding, I was my college roommate and my running buddy. It was hard. And I even heard his mother say, I can't believe he was first. I mean, she had 7 children, and he was so healthy and responsible. And he earned a college degree, got married, and at the age of 50, he was setting course records in 10K races. And so what happened to my best man? And actually, this is actually when I realized how opioids can absolutely destroy good people. I mean, he committed suicide after a 7-year battle with addiction. And later I learned that our own CIA was funding its black ops by pushing opioids and other drugs into our communities. And I was shocked. I mean, they got their original funding by selling heroin into jazz clubs right after World War II. And you just see how many of our famous jazz people were totally addicted and lost their careers, and many lost their lives. And later when I learned about Operation Mockingbird, I got angry. I mean, you see the latest JFK files clearly show that our own CIA has been lying to us for over 50 years. The JFK files enlightened us we got a couple years ago about many things, but one of them was about Operation Mockingbird, and that it wasn't a conspiracy theory, but confirmed that the CIA had double agents in the media. And not just a few, but they had hundreds of double agents back then in the 1960s. And they have thousands now, trying to control what you think. So we don't get real news. We get controlled propaganda and talking points delivered to the double agents at 4 a.m. every day to control what we think. Jim Morrison, in fact, once said, he who controls the media controls the mind. And the deep state wants a one-world government and uses the media to divide us. And I tell you what, this really affected me. In addition, many of you heard about my mom dying with socialized Medicare down in Mexico, where she had retired to, where it was rationed healthcare. It wasn't socialized healthcare. It was rationed. I did see her being poisoned to death during that time period. But when I decided to fake back, I decided to focus on the fake news media, these 4 a.m. talking heads of the criminal media. And so I started this Blessed Teach channel to really help tell truth versus lies. And I remember one of my first videos, I was in front of my iPad and I had like 12 views and I had pieces of paper. I was holding pieces of paper up in front of the iPad. But I learned how to use the tools of YouTube, and one of my YouTube videos went viral and actually has now over 300,000 views. That really was about talking about Mockingbird Media and the deep state and a little bit about QAnon. And so now the channel's over 100,000 subscribers, and really most of the subscribers are Christian patriots, I would call them. I call them red-pilled Christian patriots a lot of time. And I started learning about the struggles from you and other people like you. And I realized that many felt disrespected. Some felt lonely. Others felt helpless. Do you fall into any of those categories? I mean, disrespected is one category, right? When you're trying to awaken friends and family to the real world and you feel like you're not being regarded with respect. I think that's a big, big chunk of the people I talk to. Lonely. Many people say knowing the truth often brings loneliness, where people had become unequally yoked in their relationships and they feel a lack of community and a lack of support. That can really hurt. Especially when you've lost people based upon just knowing the truth. And then others felt helpless. I mean, even being able to discuss God was hard because of the spiritual fog that was discussing God and Satan, and it's really not even accepted in society. And others just felt helpless. They couldn't even protect their own children because everything they teach them is taught the opposite by society, right? So that is what really made me really think through that, because as God discredits everything that we teach, as everything we try to teach about God, and the world teaches everything to discredit everything we teach. But after hearing so much frustration and so many heartbreaking stories about the Christian patriots, I knew God was calling me to something much more. Something more than just a YouTube channel. And so that's why I created this platforms that house communities and training courses to help. And a ton of people are already what we call backstage in that community, and that's become a really tight-knit community. And so, but now we're launching a Sharing Truth with Impact course I've talked about, because I believe that with proper training and practice, all of us do not need to feel disrespected, lonely, or helpless. But you can discover how to be appreciated, connected, and empowered. In fact, I'm now working with many people just like you and moving them from the frustrated individuals to becoming powerful impactors that are able to awaken others to the truth of this world and to break through the spiritual fog of the society and to effectively help our children, friends, and family know God and know the red pill truth. So in the next few minutes, I'm going to go over the blueprint of this, and then I'm going to bring on Tammy, who has taken a similar course that we had developed last year. And I'm also going to get into the details of some of this and then open it up. We'll have an early open cart for you guys to get a special deal on this course and community. But again, what we're going to be going over is the bond and adjust, how to awaken others to the deep state, and then share God's good news. Right? And that's the share is about the deep state and red pilling them, right? That term's often used. So let me show you this real quick. I'm going to bring up my display here. This is the blueprint. Bond and adjust is the first module. The second module is deep state war. The third module is the reliability of the Bible and God's good news. Okay, the first module, Tammy will talk a little bit about this. It's where we need to bond and adjust our approach. We need to bond with people. Aristotle calls about ethos. You have to have likability and credibility. Once you have likability and credibility, then you will be listened to. But sometimes to get likely ability and credibility, you need to understand that person better. You need to understand their personality types. Then you can bond better with them. So it's kind of a little bit of a cycle here, right? And then you adjust to actually be able to more effectively work with them. This is very important. We'll talk a little bit about that. The most important part of this whole course, though, is the red areas. It's really discuss and practice and support each other and work with each other and share stories, so you can really become part of the impactor community. That's really the whole meat of this. This is what will bring you out of the loneliness into feeling respected by others and actually see success with others and be able to apply some of those rules. This will be vital. Then we'll move into the deep state war and red pilling, where we actually get into a way, and I'll show you the booklet here in a second, this 90-page booklet that will actually go over Operation Mockingbird, the silent civil war, and a little bit about QAnon. And this is how I red pill Uber drivers all the time. So I've had probably hundreds of practice runs and have really modified this to be really effective. And Rob will talk a little bit about his story too after he interviews Tammy. Rob, I forgot to tell you about that. But just talk about the story about me in the car with you when you first thought I was crazy. That was a deep state war. And the third part is really the reliability of the Bible and God's good news. So just like you can't, if people are listening to Rachel Maddow and you know all the other people that are on, like Don Lemon or Anderson Cooper, they're not gonna, it doesn't matter how convincing you are and how much evidence you have, they're going to go trust those people. So we have to knock them off that trust. That's the first thing. You have to get really good at getting them to not trust the media anymore. And that's exactly what this method does, and gets them interested in thinking for themselves. And it's same with sharing God and the Bible. God and Jesus. If they don't trust the Bible, you're not going to make much progress. So we have to get a foundation of the TAP method, textual criticism, archaeology, and prophecy, to quickly be able to explain why the Bible's reliable. Because the world teaches the opposite. Once you have some credibility here, then you have the perfect time to be able to share the right God and the right Jesus and the right gospel. All right? So I'm going to go into a little more detail on each of those three areas. But first, I want to bring on Tammy and introduce you to Tammy. And Tammy Bond Campbell, how are you doing? Robbie, you want to turn off your camera?
Hi, Rick. I'm good.
All right. That's awesome. So, Tammy, I just want to introduce Tammy. Tammy was, when we started a similar course called the Cultural Impact System last year, one of the most enthusiastic people I know, and also just dove in with all the lessons and gave us so much feedback on how to kind of improve this for you guys, right? So I'm really excited to have her, and it could be quite exciting. But Rob, I'm going to bring you back on. I guess I just told him to turn the camera off, and now I'm bringing him back on. Sorry, Rob. But would you go ahead and just interview Tammy a little bit about her story?
Would love to. Hi, Tammy.
Hi, Rob. Good
How are
evening.
you?
I'm great. How are you?
I am fantastic. So super nice to have a chat with you. So
Yay.
wanted to just walk through a couple of questions with you, and then just make this easy dialogue back and forth. But obviously, it'd be great just to have you tell us a little bit about yourself. Like, who are you? What's your background?
Okay. I'd love to. Like Rick said, my name is Tammy, and I live in Northern California, and I am a wife and mom of two amazing grown children. I can't believe they're grown. Where does time go?
Yeah,
And
serious.
I work for a large insurance company, and I am happy to be associated with Rick and his programs. So I am just happy to be here and excited to share my experience.
Awesome, awesome. I know one of the things a lot of people come, initially they're skeptical, right? It's like, why would I do this? And what was some of your thoughts related to, being skeptical related to Rick's program?
One of the main things that was on my mind was I am typically a go getter and I like to stay busy. And sometimes with that enthusiasm comes you put too much on your plate.
Mhm.
And I have been known to do that. And so I was most concerned with, boy, how much am I biting off here? I mean, am I going to get into something that now I'm kind of stuck and going to have to spend a lot of time and I'm already tired after a full day's work? Am I going to be, have a lot of energy and time I'm going to have to put in? So that was my biggest concern.
Yeah, that's a important one for sure. We all are busy in our day, regardless of whether we have multiple jobs or not, right?
Hmm.
But how did that change after you got into the program?
Well, thankfully, I was wrong. I realized that I was worried about nothing, which is typically what happens. I can think of a million things I'm going to worry about when XYZ happens or is going to happen, and I find out none of it happened. So I was thankfully surprised to find that it was not that much time during the week. And to be honest, I did get behind at one point, and I said, okay, this weekend I'm going to get caught up, and within probably an hour and a half, I was completely caught up and I was able to resume the course with no problem. So even if you get behind, you can catch up quick.
Nice, nice. That's great. What's one thing you think that you have learned that really sticks out in your mind?
One of the things I learned is about personality types, and it helped me so much in my business life. I currently work closely with a lot of my peers who fall into the shark category, and I realize I fall into the urchin category. And before the course, I spent many hours, being really hard on myself, going, why am I just not thinking like everybody else? We're in the meeting, everyone's talking about ideas and going, coming up with these amazing things to think about, or whatever you come up with in a large group setting like that. And I often found myself thinking completely opposite or not having those ideas as quickly as they were. Well, thankfully, after the course, I realized, well, I don't have anything wrong with me. I'm just an urchin.
There
I
you go.
can understand what everybody's saying. I just need to come back, think about it a little bit, and I need lots of information in order to come up with a good idea or a decision. I'll eventually get there. I just need to step back, think about it, and I'll be able to come to the table. But sharks, man, they are like this, firing away and have it all done in like 20 minutes. And I'm back here going, I'm still thinking about it.
Mhm.
No, you're right. That is so amazing. Once you realize that people are different and they fit into these categories, you can really change your approach on how you work with them, right? Regardless of whether you're going to be red pilling somebody or whether you're working, in a sales position or whether you're just you're working on a date, right? As
Yeah,
long as you can understand the personalities of the people that you're working with and how you relate to them is really important once you
yeah.
understand it. That's great.
Absolutely. I have one of my bosses used to always tease me and said, "Now, Tammy, you don't have to write the Gettysburg Address. Just tell me the situation, and that's all I want to know." And I'm like, "Well, you need to know all the details to
Well,
know."
of course you do.
And for years, he would be on me about that. And I completely understand. He's a shark.
Right.
That's the picture. He doesn't need to know all of the little things going on. He gets it. I just need to tell him the high level and move on. So that
Right.
really helps.
Yeah, and if he was an urchin, he would want the same information you want, right? So
Exactly.
yeah, that's totally awesome. So if you were somebody that's on the fence of saying, hey, do I really want to invest in this sharing truth with impact program or not? What would you say to them?
I would say to you that if you're at all familiar with Rick from Blessed Teach, and I'm saying this from my heart, you already have the understanding, or you will, that Rick is a God-centered man, and I can trust him. And I can trust him not just because of a 5-minute interaction in a course here or there online. I can trust him because ever since I found Blessed to Teach, Rick has been consistent the whole time on what he believes, what his mission is, and you can just feel his love for his family and for God and for wanting to make an impact in people's lives and help people. And I went through a phase recently over the last several years, and especially with what's going on in the world right now, where I felt helpless when I saw all this darkness coming and being exposed. And I found myself going, well, what can I do about this? What could I possibly do in this vast sea of things to do?
Right.
And when I came across the course, and now with this course, it is something that we can do. We can take this step and understand and learn about how to effectively communicate, how important it is to partner with people who want the same thing. And by each of us rising up and saying, okay, I'm going to take that step forward, eventually there'll be lots of us joined together to where we can make an impact and just move the ground towards the light of good and God.
Ah, that's awesome. Fantastic. I love it. Thank you so much for being here and sharing. Is anything else you want to chat about before I tell my story real quick?
Yeah, just one of the things I'm really proud of about, and when I say I can't take any credit. First, the credit goes to the Lord. Second, for Rick for his programs that he's introducing. And not only am I learning valuable information, I'm also meeting wonderful people. And with the last course, I met several amazing people. And from that, we created something called Truth Connectors, which is still in the final phases of development. And a colleague, Mary, and I created Truth Connectors, and we are just spent a lot of time and effort. And I'll talk about Mary later, but we're just really excited, and it's built on a foundation of what Rick always talks about. People can make a difference in just one or two people coming together, or a small group of people coming together. When we are like-minded with a goal of creating good and bringing people together and bringing hope in this darkness right now, we can just move mountains. So more to come on that. So I'm very excited.
That's super cool. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So, I do want to tell you a little bit about my story with Rick. Rick, I told you a little bit that obviously he's my brother, my mentor, and I respect him a lot. One of the times, just I think it was a year and a half ago, maybe almost 2 years now, he came to visit me, and we went on a long. We had a 3.5 hour drive, and we on that drive we're chatting as brothers do, and going through just what's going on in our different worlds. We hadn't seen each other for a while, and and Rick started talking to me about the things that he was learning, and inside, while he was telling me these things, I was like, "You're absolutely nuts." I was like, "Are you? Come on, right?" I mean, this was over, pretty long conversation. So initially, he did what he's going to teach people here is about bonding and adjusting. Right? We already had a bond because we were brothers, but he knew that I hate to talk about politics. I hate to talk about religion to other people just because they're contentious subjects, right? And I'm a non-contentious person, and so I don't like to bring those subjects up with my friends and in a social environment. It just makes me really uncomfortable. So he knew that, and as he started talking to me about Operation Mockingbird and about the news media, because I was a diehard CNN watcher. I loved the news. I had CNN on my phone. I'd watch the alerts come up. I'd read them all, and that was just that was me, right? I was that person who's been deceived forever. So when he told me initially what happened, I was like, okay, come on, this seems a little far fetched, but he put that little seed in me, and by the time I got done with the trip, I knew that I had to go research this stuff myself. So I did that. I went through and started digging into myself, and was absolutely blown away at what I started learning. Right, I'm like, oh my gosh! Not only is everything he told me probably true, because I was still very skeptical. Right, I'm like, this is pretty deep. And then the more I dug in, the more I started looking at Q drops, and I started researching those. I'm like, who's this Q guy? This is ridiculous. And then the more I started learning, and it's like nothing. I couldn't prove anything that he was telling me wrong. So it was like, how do I say it's wrong if I can't prove it wrong? Yet all the other information that I was getting in the mainstream media, I could prove that it was wrong. I'm like, well, this. So anyway, I had a really eye-opening experience where I realized I'd been deceived my entire life, and was really frustrated, mad at the world that I'd been like that. But thankfully, through Rick's mentorship, I really become to learn that we can make a difference, right? Everybody in their own little way, like you mentioned, and I'm more of a technology person, so me helping out from a technology perspective is I think I can help other people, and that's kind of my mission in this world, is to help Rick and help him help other people, and it's been super exciting. So anyway, Rick, is there anything else you wanted me to share?
No, I just want to say thank you so much, Tammy and Rob, for sharing those stories, because you're two of the most special people in my life, and it's just wonderful to see as you guys both and we get to grow together in this red pill movement, right? And we feel loved and supported and respected with each other, right? And we're not lonely. So thanks for being part of the communities, part of this whole journey.
Yeah, God bless you. Talk to you soon.
Thank you. God bless you too.
Thanks, Tammy. All right, and with that, I'm going to go into a little deeper on it, and so that you can have some learnings. Even if you decide not to go deeper with me afterwards, right? You'll learn something that you can apply to. What do they mean by sharks and urchins? Yeah, what do they? What type of a course is this, and how am I going to learn? And the cool thing is, it only takes about an hour and a half per week. Okay, it's a 3-week course, and so busy people. This is designed for busy people. Everybody's busy, right? And then we'll have an hour session live with me that if you can't make that time, you will be able to watch the recording, right? So this is a power-packed way to get really good. I can guarantee you that no matter how many times you've red pilled people, or if you've never red pilled a person before, this course is for you. It'll work well if you take some time to understand what I'm focused on here. And again, this is over probably around 100 people of talking to them when I only had 20 minutes with them, going from my house to the airport to back home when I got home, or also Uber drives from the airport to the client sites where I was traveling significantly as a consultant, right? So I wanted to dig into you for that, right, with this. And so let me go back to let's see here. I wanted to get back to the right thing and give you guys a good view of this. Looks like it fell off the screen. Sorry, just let me adjust that. There it goes. Perfect. Let me give you this view. So this is a view of the first part when we're talking about bonding. I'm going to flip over here and get to the full display. Do you see this whole first part about bonding and adjusting? Now I've done a full free sessions on this, right? But in the course, you're going to have a way to evaluate yourself, and you're going to have a lot of other people to work with, and we're going to go deeper, obviously. And so remember, to bond first, you have to have character and likability, and you have to have credibility and authority. We'll go to a lot of detail about what that really means. This is what Aristotle talks about, what he calls ethos, and this is where you really need to listen. So the biggest lesson here, again, if Aristotle's talking back all the way in 350 BC, that you need to have character and liability in order to influence anybody. Because, again, just think about yourself. You don't like to listen to people that you don't like and that they don't have any credibility or authority in your life, right? So that's what we have to establish. And we've lost a lot of that with our friends and family, right? So we can reestablish that if we really understand this process. And then also understand what type of personality they are, because that's going to change how we bond. And it's also going to change the type of information we give and how much information we give. That's all based on the personality type. And this is what a shark means, right? If you just look at these two axes, some people like facts, some people like emotions. And so that's kind of two different things. I want facts, or I'm kind of a people person. And then there's people that are really methodical thinkers, right? They think they really need to take some time to really think about things. They move it a little slower. They talk a little slower. That's this access. And some people are fast thinking, talking, walking, moving, right? and that's like we talked about the sharks. They want to win and get results because they want facts and they want to do it fast. And as you saw, Tammy was this urchin, because she likes facts, but she wants to think about it and contemplate and make sure she has more facts, while a shark will move a lot faster, right? That's why she was feeling that contention. And when she knew she could really add value to sharks of not making a mistake, because she's really thinking about it, gathering more facts than the shark will, and actually a balance of these is really important. Same with these dolphins that want to have fun, or the whales who just love to help people. And again, they're not thinking fast. This is the life of the party dolphin, and the whale just loves people and let's enjoy people. Let's take some time with people. Let's talk with people, right? When the shark's going, hey, no, let's get results now, right? And so if you put this in the political context, we talk about who these people are. Like Donald Trump is obviously pretty much a shark, right? You got those of you know Greg Gutfeld. He's obviously wants to have fun. He can joke about even serious topics, right? He's a dolphin. You got Mike Lindell, the My Pillow guy, right? He loves to help people. And somebody that just craves information and facts is this brain surgeon, right? And Ben Carson. So that kind of gives you an idea. And so this is a matrix you can quickly figure out people versus the 16 box method that nobody can remember their 4 letters and all that. That can be useful for some people, but we want something that's quick and fast. You can quickly peg people. Like I can understand the Uber driver after talking to them for 5 or 10 minutes, and I know what they are. And I can bond with them a little bit better, because if I figure out they're a whale, I can kind of talk to them about people, right? And I'm not going to give a bunch of facts out. And then I'm going to adjust my approach when I'm talking to them too. If I'm talking to a whale, I'm going to spend a little more time putting the context around people, right? While with a shark, I'm going to be a lot more concise and about getting results, like improving the country, etc., right? Same type of facts I'm trying to give across, but I'm delivering it in a different way. And obviously, an urchin's going to need a little bit more detail, while dolphins and sharks are not going to like a lot of details. And I'm going to have a little fun and joke around with a dolphin to really bond with them. So this whole program, you'll take a survey, peg yourself for your primary and secondary. Some people have primary and secondary. So let me know on the chat what you think you are. And then say what your best friend is, right? So what are you and what's your best friend? So think about that a little bit. Are you a shark? You want to get results, or you want to have fun most of the time? Have dolphin? Now people have a primary and a secondary, but just think of your primary. Love to help people. What do you guys think you are on chat? It'll be interesting to see. So put that down below in chat if you're watching if you're watching the replay. But if you're live right now, put in either shark, dolphin, whale, or urchin. What are you? It's kind of interesting. And then maybe think about a little bit about what your best friend is. Maybe that's a second thing you put in there. But it's always interesting to see what people think they are. Diane's thinking about it. I know everybody's kind of thinking about it. Somebody's saying urchin/whale. Definitely shark. Melissa says urchin. Got sister chick saying dolphin. I'm a whale. My husband is a shark. All right, I love it. P. Victor. I'm a whale and a dolphin trait. Shark, urchin. Urchin definitely. See, isn't it cool how you can kind of figure that out pretty quickly versus going through a massively long survey? Now, we do a survey because we want to really anchor on both your primary and secondary and really understand it. And really understand that the survey can help you be better at quickly figuring out what other people are. But this will help you bond, and it will also help you adjust your truth you're sharing. That's the most important part I really wanted to make sure you understood there. And then when I get into this next part, the deep state war and red pilling, I'm going to flip to my camera and just show you a little bit about how what the booklet, this 90-page booklet you're going to get, or 80-plus pages. I think it's 88 or may have gone to 90 by the time we got done. But my friend is a dolphin, says Scouty. Gina's saying urchin, roommate is a whale. I love it. Radiant Salam, urchin or whale. Yep. Urchin says press YouTuber. I think I missed some other people, a lot of other people. My husband is an urchin, says April. Love Light says Wolfen. Yep, you have a primary and a secondary. So that's cool that you kind of figured that out too. Julia is saying her husband's urchin. Urchin dolphin, says Jan. Whale green. So that's the point and if you skip this step, that's where a lot of relationships get broken down. Bonding, being able to really adjust your style based upon those, and practice with us and see what people have done with dolphins and sharks and how they've adjusted their approach successfully, not especially. That's the impactor community is going to be a big part of this, and that's why we're going to have calls on Zoom as well as have Facebook type functionality for you to share your information during the course, okay, and afterwards, obviously. And now the second part is deep state war pilling, where we get into, this is what I do with the Uber driver. And this is what I did with Rob. Rob was a CNN watcher, as he talked about. But as I taught him about Operation Mockingbird, if I had not got him off CNN, we would probably have a broken relationship right now. Most likely, right? But until he realized CNN was lying to him, there was no progress. And you can go till you're blue in the face and talk to him about hundreds of topics that there are out there, and have all kinds of evidence, but if you have not knocked them off their source of truth, you're not going to get anywhere. That's why everybody says, hey, just get really smart and have all kinds of information and red pill different people. And I'm saying, no, you need to think about it a different way. You need to think about it a different way. Just like people are saying, go do the 16 segments. And I just think it's way too hard. And that's why I'm telling you, I would like you to, I say you have to bond and adjust first before you get into it. And then secondly, you need to knock them off this. That's a different way of thinking, of really knocking them off this first. That is very important. I can't get my brother off Fox, says Scouty. Yep, exactly. Elaine says she's a whale urchin. But now I'm just going to show you, I'm going to go over to my camera real quick and just show you, look at this book. This is so fun for me to put this together. This is a big change of based on input from my other course. It's 88 pages, I think it ended up being. Of filled information about concisely what to do. So for instance, like in the Operation Mockingbird, we'll talk about a little bit about what it is, a couple pre-steps. But look at this. This has got the 6 steps that you need to take to get really good at this. And this is, I've got this down pat. You can get it down pat. You can memorize 6 things, right? You don't need to memorize 150 things. You just need to memorize these 6 things. And you can get people off of CNN and off of Rachel Maddow, off of their New York Times or their Washington Post or their Apple app or whatever they're using. So these 6 steps are going to be critical for you to go over. And so I think you'll have these on soft copy, and you also have them in hard copy that will mail to your house, this booklet here, so that you can become an impactor pretty quickly. And this also, besides that, after you get done, there's a little bit more information about how I wrap up things, and other things I do is follow up. I send them actual video, right? That video that has 300,000 views, that's the one I send them. So you could send a similar video or something that you think might be more effective than that. And then I talk about the conspiracy theory and the CIA. I give you evidence to show you. This is from the new JFK files. This is Alan Dulles on the Warren Commission and how they created the word conspiracy theory and so you have these things that you could actually copy and carry around. You have information right at your fingertips. You have the soft copy of them as well that you can keep on your phone or whatever. Here's it actually, who controls the mind controls the public. This is another quote that's very similar. Here's some JFK file information confirming Operation Mockingbird, that they had double agents in the media. Actually from the JFK files. I use Operation Mockingbird right here. Mockingbird is the word right here. So you'll have all the documents that you need to make sure you get really good at it and can back it up. That's the main thing. I want you to be able to back it up. And so that's just the Operation Mockingbird module. And then you'll go into the next module. And this gives you examples of Operation Mockingbird where they're saying the exact same thing. There's a couple of different examples of when the Operation Mockingbird's using the exact same terms. And then you're going to get into the Silent Civil War, where again I have these steps, and this one is a 3-step process. So this is a quick 3-step process. Once you get good at this, you'll get them intrigued on what is the deep state. Wow, that's interesting. And it's like they're military tribunals, really? How do you know that? Well, this is kind of how we know it. And then what do we have it? We have it backed up with information that shows the sealed indictments. It shows exactly what the CIA and using drugs and how they're distributing drugs, and articles that back up exactly what you need to do. And then the last part is to get into a little bit in QAnon, and that is a 4-step process to talk them and get them intrigued about the back thing. So I think you really enjoy this. And again, a lot of information to show you to back up and get them intrigued. And then I send them this video, Deep State Takedown and Military Tribunals. That's the video that has 300,000 views. And I just have the link to that. So almost every Uber driver gives me their personal phone number to send them a link to this video, because I go through this 3-step process. So that is how I woke up Rob to get out of CNN, and that's how I woke up almost, or at least intrigued, almost every Uber driver, okay? And so you will have a soft copy of this too, Brian, yes. And that'll actually be in each of the lessons. So each of the lessons, you'll download each one of these. You will also have the booklet, and you'll have the audio and video of each lesson, okay? Now, I want to flip you back to here, and you'll see this is part 3 gets into now the reliability of the Bible and God's good news right here. And I love this part. This is my favorite part. You hear me talk about it after every show, right? Where we're really getting into Bible verses, etc. But what you need to understand, again, is this is a window of opportunity we have, because there's going to be so many people waking up, so many people leaving their religions. This is the window of opportunity to really have an effect on people that you may have never, ever had an effect on before. But again, if they have left their religion and are looking for that relationship with the true God, they will not listen to you if they don't understand that the Bible is reliable. And after you can quickly do that with the TAP method, textual criticism, archaeology, prophecy, the TAP method. I teach this in churches in the past. It's one of my favorite things to do. To really make sure people understand the lies the world's given about the Bible. And once you can establish just a little bit of credibility with the Bible, the same thing comes here, this window of opportunity to really share the right God, the right Jesus, and understand how to quickly do that, and then do the right gospel, right? So I'm going to show you, and then again, the most important thing is you can talk to other people about using this method, what worked well, what they adjusted based on the personality types, how they adjust this based upon the bonding and adjusting, and then success stories, even failures that we can learn from. And this community is going to be an ongoing thing. It's going to be the most valuable part of this by far. And I'm seeing it within the Backstage community of all the really red-pilled people, right? But now this community is going to be more focused on sharing truth and getting good at sharing truth, okay? And then let me come back to this real quick. Let me show you this book a little bit more. And this gets into, now we're getting into reliability of the Bible. And this is the textual criticism. So again, I have this step 1's right there. This is a 5-step process. So there's a 5-step process to actually get really good about being able to share the TAP method. Okay, I'm sorry, this is the T of the TAP, the textual criticism. And textual criticism is not a hard concept. It's just comparing copies of the same Bible or the same text that you have and seeing if they agree or not. It's not a hard concept. You can explain this to somebody to say, yes, the Bible is reliable. We know what the original writers wrote in 99% plus accuracy. The New Testament, the most reliable document of antiquity that exists, way more than the history of Rome or the Homer by Iliad, way more reliable. And I give you actually a chart that actually shows why, that you can quickly explain, and then get into the compare the Iliad with the New Testament, and you'll see how much more reliable the Bible is. And the Dead Sea Scrolls, it's going to talk about that, and you'll have a quick article on that. So these are some of my favorite articles that will allow you to really establish the textual criticism part of the Bible. Then we'll get into the A part, archaeology. This is a 4-step process. So this is the 4th step here. The first 3 steps are right here. And this 3-step process, you can easily talk to people about archaeology with all the evidence to back up that show the Bible is actual history. That'll be something that I want you to get really good at and simple to learn. And then the P prophecies about it, is a 3-step process. Let's see if it's got it's a 5-step process. This is a little bit longer on prophecy, one of my favorite subjects. And it gives you examples of fulfilled prophecies. That you have documents that have links, by the way. These documents are real documents with links that you can even share on your phone. So you can put these, you can become a digital warrior on your phone, all these things. And then obviously we get into the right God, the right Jesus. And this even talks a little about Nostradamus and how the Bible's so much more accurate than what Nostradamus was and why. And then we move into getting into the right God and Jesus. And this is a little 4-step process here that I think you'll enjoy. And this 4-step process here, right, about sharing the right God and the right Jesus. Really important to get that foundation to people. And then it's got Bible verses and other write-ups about understanding the true God and the Trinity. This is an article that I've written that I share a lot with the Islam community that have the wrong Jesus, right? Because their Jesus isn't the Son of God. Their Jesus isn't divine. They have the wrong Jesus. That wrong Jesus can't save you, right? That's same with a lot of the cults that have the wrong Jesus and the wrong God. And so this gives you a whole article about the Trinity and why we know that the Holy Spirit is a person, that Jesus is a person, and God the Father is a person, and they're all there at creation together as one God, the Almighty Creator. And then it gets into the right gospel. So you get into the right gospel. Obviously, this is the most important thing in the world because this is the narrow path of how you get to heaven. And this is a little 5-step process. Again, not real hard, especially when you're practicing it with other people in the community, and you can really get this down pat. And again, then I got a lot of information on the Romans Road about exactly what verses I use to talk about the Romans Road. Galatians 1:8 and what that really means, a critical passage that you should have, that there's only one gospel, there's only one truth. And that's why you have to have the right one. Ephesians 2:8-9, that it's by works and not faith, and what that really means, and counteracting some lies. And then 1 Peter 3:15 about how always be prepared to share the truth. And then it gets into the Corinthians 5:17. But I think you'll enjoy this. And again, you have the soft copy, you have links to these articles, and you'll have this booklet. And I'm hoping this is going to be a manual to really help you feel comfortable and get rid of that disrespect by bonding, adjusting, and actually doing this. Get rid of that loneliness. Get rid of the helplessness that you might feel, and be supported and loved by a Christian community. I'm so excited. It's going to be a blast for everyone, I think, as we go through this. I did want to go through just have the next steps and of what you're going to do. And in fact, a lot of time I'm asked, people say, hey, I love this stuff, but what do I do next? And so the next step for right now is to actually go sign up for this course, right? It's a 3-week online course. It's actually going to have also the live trainings with me. I might do them a couple times a week so that more people can do it live, but I'll do it at least once a week. And it's going to be Sharing Truth with Impact. That again, it's going to be starting a week from today. So the actual course, I'm going to do an early open cart for you guys with a special deal, but you will be able to do this a week from today. Hey, there's a lot of noise also. Hey, Rick, what about the new Q post today? I'm going to try to come on after the webinar here and do a little class. I mean, and do a little update on the Q post as well. But hey, this is the important part: is that the next step for you too is to sign up for this course. And I think you're going to really enjoy it. We're all going to start together as Christian Patriots together, starting next Thursday. But sign up now; you're going to get a special deal, which I'll talk about in a second. And again, there's also going to be a referral program. So sign up today and then get into the referral program. And if you get 3 people to sign up for this course, you are going to get a free whole year of the community, right? That's going to be about $120 value, by the way. And I think you really enjoy that. And so now I wanted to talk to you about a few more things to wrap up here. Because whether you've just learned about the evil, the deep state, and the cabal recently, or whether you've known about the evil for many years, or whether you've known about this for your entire life, the Sharing Truth with Impact program is for you. Again, the value of this is going to be, I think, pretty obvious to everybody. And I'm going to switch over to this display view here real quick and show you this. A lot of these courses are a couple $1,000s. In fact, just to let you know, I've taken courses, 4 of them. The Tribe, a couple from that teach you how to do online courses and online speaking, right? Tribe for how to do communities. I've taken the Ask method about how to ask your people and really understand your people to be able to serve them better. And each of them were about $2,000 with classes, and that didn't include going to live trainings that I've gone to. But I want to ask you a question. So to become an impactor and the value, what is the value of seeing your loved ones understanding truth? What is the value of having the ability to quickly bond and influence new acquaintances with truth? What is the value of being able to change the culture of your country? What is the value of being able to be used by God the way He designed you? And again, our past course, the Culture Impact System, we showed over $5,000 worth of value, and we marketed it for $995, right? And most of the training I got said you need to discount this no lower than $750. But what we decided is that we want this to be the masses, and so we're crashing this down all the way to $97. So this is only going to be $97 for something I believe is worth thousands. And especially when you look at being able to do these things, to be able to impact your loved ones, to be able to be effective with the new acquaintances that you just meet, be able to change the culture of the country, to be able to have God use you in the way He designed you, but you'll be very effective at concisely telling people how to know God. So that's all it is. It's going to give you a link here in just a second into the chat. It's only $97. And probably the most useful part about this is going to be the Impactor community, where we're going to share truth, everything. And if you sign up tonight, you're going to get this 3-week course we talked about on the Kajabi platform. You're going to get 3 live group training classes I was talking about. You're going to get this 80+ Impactor booklet I was showing you. You're going to also get the first 30 days of the community for free, right? And then I will actually throw in, only for the webinar people that buy today, is an extra live group training session. So we'll get a smaller group of you together to ask questions, see how things are going, and it'll be brought probably after week 2. So you not only get the 3 live training sessions, you'll get a 4th for free. All right? So I'm gonna share that link right now with you. So here's the actual link. I'm actually copy this into the chat, and you'll be the first ones to be able. This is the early open cart. We're opening the cart tomorrow, but this will be the early open cart for the webinar attendees. I appreciate you guys coming and joining. And tell you what, I am so excited to see what effect we're going to have on the world with this. And I know human nature, and that's why I decided to go ahead and use sometimes to procrastinate. But that's why I really want to help understand that, hey, we're going to throw in not only the live group chats in the 3 weeks, but you're going to have the booklet mailed to your house, right? You're going to have the first 30 days of the community for free, and you're going to have an extra live training class after week 2 to really make sure how you're adjusting, etc. And so now if you're Paddle Bike Stage, yes, you get a discount. So do not use that link. I'm sorry, I should have said that first. Thank you, Diane. Do not use that link if you're in Backstage. Instead, log into Backstage and go to B2T Courses. There's a further discount for both the course and the monthly fee. In fact, the monthly fee is 50% off. The course is going to be about 20% off. Okay, so make sure you go to Backstage. And so if you're thinking about joining Backstage, do that first, please, before you buy this course. Okay, and this program that is going to be it. So that is so again, $97 one time, and then that'll give you 10 years access to this course, right? So we'll probably update it with new version, but this version you'll have 10-year access to it, right? And then here is the monthly fee for the Impactor community. And I think the Backstage is $14.95, so this is a little cheaper. We want masses to get in here, all right? And even if you take a full year of that and add it to this, it's not even close to the value you're going to be getting here or what people are telling me to sell it for. So you can tell this is the heart of trying to get more people into this. And again, if you're Backstage, join Backstage first, then come here and go to, when you're in Backstage, go to Blessed to Teach Courses, and you'll see a link that's special to you that has the pricing to say thank you for being a Backstager. I want to wrap up with coming back on full camera here, and hopefully we made that decision easy for you so you don't procrastinate. And because you need new ideas on awakening others to truth, I think you'll be able to do that. But I really want you to picture a day where you're confident in sharing truth with anyone. Picture a day when a good friend or family member comes to you and says, "Thank you for sharing the truth with me." Picture a day when you have a community of Christian patriots that surround you and make you feel loved and supported. You're 3 weeks away from this becoming a reality. So again, go to that link that sent in the area, or write down. I'll put it in the bottom of the video as well. Or if you're on Backstage, go on to the Backstage and go to B2T Courses. I don't want anyone else to lose their friends to suicide or their mom to socialized healthcare, or see just the country destroyed. And I believe we as impactors can help awaken nearly all those we love to the truth. So let's become impactors together so that we can protect our family and children and help them know God. Let's become impactors together so that we can wake up and give truth to our friends and family without being disrespected and without feeling lonely. Let's become impactors together to be able to eliminate the spiritual fog so we can share the truth of the gospel with the world. Join me and let's become impactors together. Hey, with that, I'm going to open it up to questions. Okay? So some people are asking about how to get to Backstage, Marcia. So the easiest way to do that is, in fact, I'll put the link in there, but it's pretty simple. You just go to blessedteach.com, but I'll give you the direct link, and you just go to Backstage. There's a tab called Backstage. So I'm going to go ahead and go see if I can actually find a direct link that's a little easier for everybody. So if you want to go to Backstage and join first, then go to B2T. Go to B2T Courses. There's going to be a link there that's going to give you the special Backstage pricing. Please don't share that link, obviously. But again, this is an incredible deal for only $97 anyway. And so that link, I'm going to put this link up here again. Switch over to this full view here. This is the actual link that I'm putting in the chat again. This is to go directly and get into the STWI course. All right. So if somebody would like to purchase a program for somebody else, Dangerous Freedom, that is sweet of you. So we do have a program for those on fixed incomes, and Amy Mercia, who is a moderator here, handles that for me, does a great job. So you need to send an email to, and then you won't have to do that, Dangerous Freedom. It's a very awesome thing. And so you could either get Patricia's information, just help her do that, or Patricia, you could send an email to info@blessedteach.com. You need to kind of document that you're on a fixed income. then we have some special pricing for you there. And so, but Dangerous Freedom, if you'd like to do that, that's awesome. I love people's hearts. That's what's so great about this community. Where is Backstage, Sunshine? You'll just go to blessedteach.com, blessed with the number 2 teach.com, and go to Backstage. Say join Rick Backstage, and then there's a monthly option or a yearly option for that. You can also upgrade there to Gene Unleashed. Tuesday, he's doing a great show on the deep secrets of the deep underground military bases. But don't go there unless you're incredibly open-minded. It's going to be talking about alien technology. It's going to be talking about dimensions. It's going to talk about densities, all kinds of things that only the open-minded might even be able to consider. And there's several videos you need to watch before Tuesday that Robert's getting ready for us. So in Backstage, Sunshine, it's actually in the I'm going to flip back over to the camera view. So in Backstage, it's the very bottom. So if you just log in, you scroll all the way down, you're going to see B2T courses. B2T courses, right? Let's see. Joining Backstage is different than getting to show notes. Yes. Use the link Rick put in the chat to join Backstage, right? Or just go to blessedteach.com, blessed with the number 2 teach.com, and then select Backstage. That's what I forwarded everybody. So it's pretty easy to find. Thanks, Connor. I appreciate it. And Connor, if you're on a fixed income and can't afford it, then you send something to info@blessedtoteach.com, and Amy will consider to see if we can get you down something that you can afford. We're trying to keep cost as not being an obstacle. But I tell you what, this is an opportunity, and what I was talking about, a window of opportunity we have here with all these things. Shows air. So Sunshine, I'm so sorry. So sometimes we'll hopefully that's not going to happen for everybody. But try a different browser sometimes, Sunshine. So sometimes if you're using what do you call it, Google, and you go over to Firefox or Safari or to another browser, sometimes it works really well. Page does not exist. Sunshine's getting so Rob's on. He's our support. So if you can give him a little bit more specifics, but try another browser. A lot of time that just fixes it right away. Again, this is the first time we've opened this up, so we might run into a few glitches, but we'll get everybody through it. And the course doesn't start till next Thursday, so you have some time. All right, so Waterfire, I don't do Backstage, and I was able to sign up fairly easily. Right, Scotty, thank you for letting us know that. They are on homepage courses, not Backstage courses. Let's see, so somebody signed up with that link right away. So again, I'll put the link here. But again, any other questions about the content of the course or anything else? Everything's open for questions here. I'm trying to keep up with everybody here. So I just put the link to STWI. And again, any support issues, just go to info@blessedtoteach.com. We have several people that are helping now. Kelly is helping with support. I think Robert might be helping a little bit with support. Rob as well, who you met tonight. Gail and Patricia Sharon, thank you guys for supporting each other. Yeah, you don't want to go to courses because that links to the. I know, Rob, we wanted to update that. We just ran out of time, and it just snuck up on us, and we just have so many things going on, both Rob and I. I'm fixed too. I'll email you, Kevin. So yeah, so Lisa, if you're fixed income, you're talking about that, then you're going to want to go to info@blessedteach.com and ask to get information and go through Amy Mercia, who is Platinum Nurse, I think is her email. Anyway, we'll work with Amy on going through that process as well. Yeah, credit card or PayPal, either one. So that's, you can pay either way. Do you have an option to watch training at a different time? Yeah. So if you're too busy the next couple of weeks and you want to start later, that is completely fine. It's all recorded. Even my live session, Stacy, will be recorded. So, and again, these are just little 3 to 15 minute clips. You will be able to get through in about an hour and a half per week. So this is not designed to be overwhelming. It's designed to be concise and get you really good at it. Trump derangement syndrome. How to deal with Trump derangement syndrome. Yes, Diane, that's exactly right. It's exactly what this is about, getting people off the mainstream media where they're getting that Trump derangement syndrome. That is the key to that. Do you have an option to what? Yeah, so let's see. Did he just charge his, let's see. Can you take a course without signing up for the community? No. So that's because the community is the whole thing. The community is all about it. Now you get 30 days for free. So you can obviously water fire, take the course, and if you don't see value in the community, then we'll cancel it before you get charged. Okay? So the answer is kind of yes, but we want everybody to be automatically signed up because you're going to see value in it, and really that's where people are going to grow. That's where you get rid of the loneliness. That's where you respect each other and get ideas. That's where I think people are really going to get effective. So the community is the whole reason we're doing this. This is the feeding into that. So I guess it's kind of a yes and no question. I think you're going to see the value in it and want to stay in it. Where are you? And have you ever been to Vermont? No, Brian, I haven't been to Vermont. I'm from Dallas, Texas area. Where is a seminar? When is a seminar? So there's really not a seminar. So these are recorded, and you just go take them at your leisure. So whenever you have 15 minutes, you can just go take a module. Like I think one of them only has 3 modules in the middle. I think the first one has 7 modules. I believe the last one has 6 or 7 modules. Again, all the way between 15 and 20 minutes, and then you'll have some exercises you can do. So it's not real time consuming, but it is very the Illuminati derangement syndrome. The vets, that's right. So Palm Mom, there's not really a seminar. It's just recorded videos. But then we'll have a live session, live group session, usually like Saturday afternoon. Or maybe Tuesday night, I think I'm thinking of as well. And if you miss the live session, it's recorded as well. So you'll just be able to play that at your leisure. Oh, wow, there's more questions than I thought. I didn't scroll down. Let's see. I can't get to the sign-up page, Pat. So try a different browser. Is often helps. I sent an email to info@blessedtoteach. Was that right? Yes, info@blessedtoteach.com. Blessed with the number 2teach.com. Cara, that's correctly. What about Illuminati and Mason's derangement syndrome? Yeah, the Mason's derangement syndrome. Can I reach out for someone to study together? For sure. And that's going to be the beautiful thing. Once you get into the course and start Thursday, you can have access to the community, and you'll be able to see a lot of people commenting on there. Because after every lesson, we ask you to go to the community and give your thoughts and then read other people's thoughts. So this is a community exercise, a community training session you'll see. So you'll be able to do a lot of that, Gail. This is a message I got from PayPal. Add Rick's Culture Impact System program. What is that? Oh, yeah. So we just probably forgot to change that. So it's actually this sharing truth within. Sorry, J Case. That's a good feedback. Thank you for that. We'll get that updated. So you're actually getting the sharing truth with impact. The Culture Impact System is something else that you can get as well. Okay, and so that's an upgrade option. So there's a 5-week course that follows this, that actually gets you into how to work as a team together to actually figure out what God's really calling you to, and that's the course that actually Tammy took that she's talking about. So, but anyway, you're buying this for the $97 the Sharing Truth with Impact, but J-Case you can upgrade if you want to do the 5-week course afterwards. Thanks for reminding me of that. I should have said that earlier. We are neighbors, says Scouty. All right, you're Tyler, Texas. Somebody's from. What time will the course be on? So it's not at a time. See, you take it at your leisure because it's all recorded. But again, I'll probably come on Tuesday like at 7 p.m. Or Saturday at like 3 p.m. or so Central Time to do the live group training to talk about what you already took online. So you can take it at your leisure, and even if you can't make those live courses, they're all recorded. So the good thing is only a couple times. So Sunshine saying Chrome's not working for her either. Chrome.
I'm here too if you need me.
Okay. Yeah, so Sunshine's just having some problems, so I'm not sure exactly the best way to help her, but maybe get her number and you and Kelly can maybe help her out. Whatever you think there. What about Alternative Revelation, a YouTuber? I'm not sure what you're talking about, Patricia. What about Alternative Revelation, a YouTuber? Please do nights for live sessions. So I can participate. Yeah, okay. That's why I'm doing 7 p.m. or so on Tuesday, and why I'm doing a Saturday afternoon course. So because different types of people based on their work schedules, right? Marilyn Weaver, I think I will. Okay, Marilyn. Sorry, Marilyn, don't put up with that. What are we looking at? Marcia, I signed up for Backstage, but now I can't find how to get to this course. Okay, so what you do, Marcia, is once you log into Backstage, you'll have a menus up above. You'll scroll down to where it says B2T courses. B2T courses. Okay, so in fact, I can even show that to you in a little bit if people are still having problems with that. And so, Gail, do I have to download Zoom? No. Well, actually, it automatically downloads for you when you do it. So we will be using Zoom for the live session, but for the courses, the answer is no, Gail. You don't need Zoom to take the courses because Kajabi will just play them for you. All right. So once you log into the Kajabi platform, you can actually play it. Adeline's back in. Different browser did not help, says Sunshine. Yeah, Sunshine, that's a bummer. So
no, what Sunshine? What are you trying to use the link? What error are you getting?
Yeah, so she tried different browsers. So I know several people have signed up, so I think it's working. But sometimes tablets or specifics. Another thing, Sunshine, I do a lot of times, and this might be just an error we have, but more specifics you can give us on info@blessedteach.com. The better we'll be able to decipher it. If you can type to Rob what error you're getting, that might help as well. You're welcome, Preston YouTube. That's right. How do I get to Backstage? I think I've already signed up earlier this year. Yeah, there's all kinds of links you can get there. So I'm trying to find the easiest way. Go to blessedteach.com and go to login. So if you haven't been to Backstage for a while, Christine, you'll go to blessedteach.com, blessed with the number 2 teach.com, and go to login. You can also go back to the email I sent you. It has a ton of links, so you can just directly go there. If you got when you first signed up, you should have got an email from me. Thanks. Let's see, where we're at. Once you're signed up Backstage and logged into categories, and go to the bottom and click STWI video link, then you can sign up for the course. So Diane found it. So when you're signed up with Backstage and logged in, there's a categories. You might have to hit the word categories. It should just be, I think it usually just could scroll right down to it. But if you're in some other place, you're right, you might need to go to categories first to go down to find the STWI link, which is B2T courses. Yes, I have a P.O. box. Adeline, you would just go to the bottom of my Blessed Teach page. Yeah, and I don't know if Sunshine, if you know how to do a copy of the error you're doing, you either type it out to us, or if you can do a screen print and tell us what error you're getting, we'll work through that. Because if you have an error, other people are going to have an error. So sorry about that. I'm so excited. Done. So Diane signed up and is ready to roll for next Thursday. I'm so excited. You also might want to sign up. You can go to blessedteach.com and sign up for the referral program, so you can get the whole year of the for free. Email sent Kevin at CJ Case. The message after signing up for SW account says, "Can't wait to see you during the first session." God bless. Rick BT is next week at a particular time. It opens at 6 a.m. on next Thursday. I think an introduction and a couple introduction modules might open up Wednesday. Scotty. Safari, Janice, I signed up for Backstage just now, but I have not received anything in my email to sign up for the course. Yeah, I'm heavily censored, Janice. And so it could be in your junk mail. Make sure you look at your promotions tab if you're using Gmail. But some of my emails are really hard to get into. But you should be able to just go into, because I think when you signed up for Backstage, I think you had to give an email and a password. And so you can go to blessedteach.com and go to login, and you should be able to log right in. Again, blessed2teach.com, blessed with the number 2 teach.com. Go to login. Don't go to Backstage, because that's just tells people how to initially get in to buy. The login is for you guys to log in. Will our book be here by Thursday? Probably not. We'll get some of you will, but they're all going to be shipped out probably Monday and Tuesday. If you buy today, you might get your Thursday if you get it tonight. That'll be close. It's probably a little 4 or 5 day shipping thing. But the good news is everything I have is soft copy there, so you really will have the pieces you need. You will have as you start the course. But I'm pretty sure everybody will have it by week 2, and you'll have all the soft copies anyway. Patricia will email at the end. See, Safari tracks everything you do. Somebody says DuckDuckGo. Just scanning through here. I hope I'm not missing too much. Sent message with phone number. So you guys are talking to each other. I don't think that you need me. Yep. So thank you. The bottom of that's the PO box. Adeline, you're right. It's at the bottom of the web page, blessed2teach.com. Proton is supposed to be highly safe. Yep. Outlook put in my junk folder. So absurd. Yeah, that's exactly right, Melissa. That's what happens is they put everything in the junk folder or promotions folder that highly censoring us. Smartphone with no tracking. How does that happen? Categories worked. Found it. Sunshine's Action actually found the categories. Good. Looks like Sunshine, you got through. 6 a.m. Standard Central Time. A link emailed us. Yeah, 6 a.m. Central. Yes, Central. That's exactly right. And so, yeah, we'll have an email go out, I think, that to tell everybody the course is now open. That'll be 6 a.m. Thursday, a week from today. But you can be able to log in. It's a good question, Rob. We'll have to figure out how do we tell everybody to initially log in on Wednesday if they want to watch the intro parts. Hope I can still receive his package. What's that? Adeline, is that a pro? I paid, but it didn't give me a password. I hope it took it. I tried. Janice, yeah. So hopefully the interesting. Maybe when you first go in, put your email in. They'll have you set up a password. I thought it had you set a password when you signed up. Rob, I don't know if you know that. Say, hey, Impressed Jennifer. Thanks so much.
Yeah, Rick. When you sign up, it asks you for a password as you're signing up.
Okay, so ask your password as you're signing up. So if you forgot that, you can log in and say forgot password and just do it again.
Correct.
Okay, thank you. Says Sister Chicken, I'm signed up. I'll see you there. Awesome. Okay, all done. Marsha's done. Looking so forward to working with you guys. Which is the first course I should take? Definitely this one, Sharing Truth with Impact. And then we followed up with a 5-week course called the Cultural Impact System, which is really when you work with other people and find out what God's calling you to. But we first want to get you really good at red pilling and sharing truth of the gospel, right? How do I sign other people up? Maybe you want to go your ionic detox. What you want to do is you actually want to go and get the referral code. And then if you get 3 people to sign up, then you will get the community for a whole year for free. So again, you can get that by just going to the blessed2teach.com. It's a little form comes up. Rob will also be emailing everybody a chance to, everybody that signs up will get a chance to sign up for the referral program. And it'll just give you a link to send to people. You can obviously send them the link I'm sending you, but might as well give them your link so that you can earn that free gift.
Yeah, you definitely want to send have them send the link that you're going to refer. So the referral program will give you a link that they can click on. The link was to this webinar, which still works. If they sign up after they've clicked on the webinar and they sign up to the program, it still tracks that. So that's good. But we will change the referral program to be linking directly to this sales page, moving forward. So that update will happen tonight.
Thanks, Rob. Thank you, Rick. Also bought a water smacker. It's good. I can tell the difference with water. Yeah, I love my water smackers. Signed up, yay, says Diane. Really need help. Fixed income, no response from Amy. So Radiant, how long ago did you get with Amy? Just resend one and tell to info@blessed2teach.com, and we will work with you on that. That guy that offered me a course package. I'm not sure what you're talking about, Patricia, there. Check your spam folder. That's right. Is there a Canadian site to purchase stuff? Not really. So we're still going to ship to Canada, though. So if you buy something, we will still get that booklet. It just takes a long time to get the booklet to you, as you know, Kathy. That's the problem. But the good news is you have the soft copies of everything. So every single lesson I showed you here, you will have the soft copy of it and can print it out yourself. So as you're waiting for your book. Let's see. Godfather. Vincent, I'm not sure what you're talking about there with Godfather 3. I think you guys are talking about something else there. Just seeing if anybody has Radiant Shalom. So again, just send another email to info@blessedteach.com and we will get Platinum Nurse. Sometimes my emails to her actually get thrown into her spam. So that's one of the challenges that we're having. Okay, Radiant, we got your message. We got plenty of those. Let's see. Thank you. I wasn't in spam. I do get your show notes. Should I go there? So Janice, I'm not sure exactly what you're talking about there, but yeah, and again, you can send something to info@blessedteach.com and say that you need all the links to Backstage if that's what you're looking for there. And we'll also make sure we're sending links to this course as well. The first session will the course opens up Thursday morning at 6 a.m. Oh, you actually shared platinumnurse@yahoo.com. She's the one who's helping us with the fixed income requests. And then again, that's like people that are on Social Security, etc. Not just the fact that you're making the same amount every month. Okay, please don't overwhelm her. She's doing this as a volunteer, right? Do you still have BioTrust as a sponsor? Yes, JK Bio. I don't think they did anything this month, but yeah, they usually are almost every month. Dane and I'm taking some of that right now every day. Dangerous Freedom should send me one. CCC credit card would not take my cell, so had to give my home phone number. Oh, interesting. We'll get this done for you. Radiant says, thank Joy of the Sea. Glad I joined the full package. Thanks, Kempton. Yeah, that'd be awesome if you joined the 5-week course too, because you have the option after this 3-week course, we'll go right into the 5-week course with a week break. And that's going to be so before Thanksgiving we could all be trained up not only on how to red pill people, but also match you up with a team of people to do some things like Tammy Bond Campbell's doing with the Truth Connectors. So she's got a great thing. I think a lot of you are going to want to join her. They got some great things going on there. The Catholic, let's see. I'm not sure what Annalette is saying there. Somebody's saying, hi, CoSensi64. I don't think I saw Genome. Thank you, Rick. You are so helpful. Thank you, Rick, for all your help. You're welcome, Bev. Thank you, Scotty. I'm looking so forward to this. You're welcome, Radiant. Shalom. Do you guys believe Revelation was not understood by us Christians? 1,000 years of peace coming? Kathy, that's an interesting question. You know, I always talk about pre-tribulation, post-tribulation, mid-tribulation, and what really the 1,000 years of Christ says and all that type of stuff. I think that the book of Revelation is true, obviously, but it's really vague on a lot of things. And so I think we could have peace. I think we're going to have a big harvest before the rapture, right? I think that's what's going to happen, is that we're going to have a ton of peaceful, maybe a decade or more of harvesting. It's going to be a beautiful time to be alive. But we know that some of the bad times are coming, but we might be raptured before it. Now I'm kind of a pre-tribulation, but I'm open to other beliefs. It's like some joke about it. It's going to all pan out. God's in control of the timing. We all don't know the timing, but I do 100% believe that Mark Taylor and Amanda Grace are true prophets, and we're going to have a wonderful time seeing the cabal go down, because that's Satan's timeline's been denied. Learn our comms, says Vincent. Okay, so there's people talking about the Pope. Let's see. Where to email for fixed income one more time, please. Hey, Lisa. Yeah, so probably easiest is to go to info@blessedteach.com. Somebody put Platinum Nurse up above. If you scroll up in the chat, Amy's the one doing that. Platinum Nurse's email was put above. Hi, Rick from Australia. Anthony, nice to see you. I'm trying to get through all this. Guys, I really apologize if it's jumping on me, so I'm a hard time. Thanks for all the work you do for us, Rick. You're welcome, J Case. Yeah, this community is awesome, J Case. I just love it too. Please pray for me for Radiant Shalom. Thank you. Help me pray for Radiant Shalom. Okay, sounds good, Joy. See, I'm not sure exactly what we're praying for. I think part of it she's on fixed income and needs to get in this class. But if there's other things, that would be great. Do I have to give him personal info like bank info to get his donation? I'm not sure what you're talking about there, Patricia. You're probably talking to somebody else. I'm sorry, I'm late. Love your show. Thanks, Valerie. Hi from Australia, Anthony. I was saying hello to Gene. I know he's not here. Yeah, he's not here. Hi, Patricia. No. I'm watching your video, but that's it. Oops. Jumped on me again. God is in control 100% for sure, Anthony. Thank you for sharing truth. You're welcome, Diane. Really looking forward to the course. Different Diane Wright. So there's people sharing emails. I'm watching your video, but that's it. Can't see anything else. Let's see. Future proves past. I'm studying eschatology, says Brian. Yeah, future does prove past. That's for sure. We're seeing a lot of that right now, aren't we? People are talking about Godfather 3. Yeah, the harvest, Kathy. That's exactly right. Me too. I don't know if you meant that me too. You're pre-trib like I am. Repeat email for fixed income joiners, please. Yeah, Lisa, I think you got that now. Platinum Nurse up above. Just scroll above. Or just go to info@blessedteach.com. Okay, I got Bait Chase now. Now I need to get the webinar sign up. And I'm on fixed income 2. I'm 84. Thank you for your patience. Hey, Janice. Awesome. Yeah, so Janice, just email info@blessedteach.com or Platinum Nurse, the email that was posted above. Either way will work. Might be faster to go right to Amy, but let's see. Janice, nice to have you on board. Hi from Melbourne, Australia. We are still in strict lockdown. Yeah, I heard that they're just being crazy there. You're right, Rick. A number so great comes from a spirit revival. Bev. Do you want to share your email? That's Diane talking about. Patricia. Thank you guys for supporting this too. Diane and Rob and all support. So I'm going to do this for about 5 more minutes, and so get your questions in, and then we're going to drop. It's almost 8:44, and I might rejoin and just do a little quick half-hour session on the Q post, on the Q drops. Radiant Shalom, Joy of C. I'm probably not going to do backstage today because I just, I might let you guys do it. I guess I'll probably put it on there. Joy of the Sea, thanks. Didn't want Rick to skip me. Love you. That's right. Radiant, this is off subject, but Rick, have you seen the Let Us Worship marches traveling around the country? So amazing. No, I haven't. That's pretty cool. I work full time during the day and go into all the Q drops and all the people doing it. So sometimes, if they haven't posted it there, sometimes I'll miss things. So appreciate you guys. Let me know sometimes. There it is. platinumnurse@yahoo.com. Yeah, and then the scholarships don't get it down to 0. I'll just let you know. I believe everybody needs to pay a little bit. One for the war is real, but God is fully in control. Yay. God wins. Yes. Diane Sullivan. Melbourne, it has bad tunnels. Is that true? Yeah, tons of tunnels was what Gene was talking about. He'll be going that in really deep detail for those of you who want to really get into the massive rabbit holes on Tuesday. But you have to upgrade from Black Stage to Gene Unleashed to get that free 2 to 3 hour course that he does once a month. What to learn about Trump calm when he talks. 40 chess. That's right. Is Gene coming on today? I don't think so. Great product. I'm all signed up, says Dangerous Freedom. Awesome. Great product, Rick. Your Patriots be well. Awesome. Looking forward to that, Dangerous Freedom. Kathy, yes. Love you, Rick. Blessings to you. Thank you, Ruth Ann. Hi everyone, how late am I? Yeah, we're just wrapping up the webinar. This is just the Q&A session part of it. Gene's not going to be on today. I'm gonna come on probably for just a quick half hour just to look at the Q post live. I haven't looked at them yet, so it's gonna be live decoding with you guys just to kind of talk about it real quick, just to knock him out because I'm going to be out of town getting a estate sale for Shannon's father who passed away in January. So we've sold his house and have to do an estate sale this weekend, all the way about 5 hours away from Dallas. Aloha from Hawaii 5-0. Vincent, good to see you. Thank God we're almost emptied. The Aussie Dumb Special. Thanks, Adeline. Gordon was on Charlie Ward show. Oh, Gene was. Yeah, Gene was, Anthony. You're right. Yeah, Gene's going on to a few other platforms, including Christian W. And also some international radio shows. Can people watch this webinar again if they missed it? Yes, Diane, they sure can. So the recording, I think, will start here right when we wrap it up. So about 2 more minutes. Just any more questions real quickly, and we'll wrap this episode up. And I'm gonna go get the dog out for a walk and all that type of stuff. How's that sound, Rocky? Rocky's all excited. He heard me say walk, and his head just popped right up. He's right here. All right. How are you, Rocky? He's black, so you can hardly see him. All right, guys. Let's see. Okay. Aussie's checkup. I'm just looking. Ricky Mouse was at 10-2. John Brennan. Yeah, so it must have been a new Mickey Mouse watch. The other one was like 10:09, so 10-2. Interesting. That's Rick. I heard Jesus was cloned via blood and shroud to appear and trick us. Would you and Gene ask if he knows there's any truth to that? Interesting. That's a backstage unleashed topic probably. Lala is in dangerous freedom out of hold of me now. But I do know is God in control, and whatever they do is not going to work. Because I think what he has talked about front stage, Lala, was that they were trying to use the blood and to bring off a clone to be the Antichrist during the Notre Dame, and they're going to sacrifice a bunch of people there. But the White Hats used a TR-3B to cause that to go on fire before it was empty. And it killed all their plans to bring the Antichrist in right now. And again, the enemy's timeline has been denied. Does that mean that Antichrist is not going to come? No. I think the Antichrist will come. The Book of Revelation is true. I'm on SS Still Ability, but I'm going to join for the year. Just need to see where to use my visa. Thank Valerie so much. Appreciate you. That's why we tried to make it a low enough price to where this was not going to be an issue for most people. Rocky High, says Diane. Truth Seekers in Australia too. That's cool. Yeah, I don't think Gene's going to be on tonight. He'll be on Tuesday back. I think Monday we're going to be doing the last part of the US decode. And then Tuesday he'll be doing the Gene Unleashed event for those who have upgraded to Unleashed from backstage. Please include me in your thoughts if you could pray for guidance for me in this difficult time. I will do that, Connor. If I tell us lift you up right now. Holy Father, just thank you so much for all the people backstage, including Connor, Lord. Just give him wisdom, give him strength, allow him to know how to handle the tough situation he's in. They'll know that you are there and that he doesn't have to be anxious about anything, but in every situation he can present his request to God, and the peace of God that transcends all understanding will guard his hearts and mind in Christ Jesus. Please give that same peace that transcends all understanding to everybody that listens to the show. And we thank you, Lord, for your awesomeness, your omnipresence, your omnipotence, your being all-powerful, all-knowing, and ever-present God that we love. Thank you. We say these things in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. Okay, can you post a link here again? So I'm going to post a link to this course. This is the course sign up. If you're in Backstage, go to Backstage first. because you'll be in both communities. You're going to get a discount if you go to Backstage first and go to Blessed to Teach courses. There'll be a link there. But this is the link you use for non-Backstagers. Use this link that I just sent. Yeah, so if you're going to make sure that you do Backstage first, okay, so it's designed you do Backstage first, then sign up for the course, which will be in the Backstage when you log in. All right, guys, with that, we are going to wrap this up and say thank you so much. God bless you. Can't wait to get this rolling. The timing's everything. This is the window of opportunity we have to really make a difference. I am so excited about it. And remember, there's different ways of thinking in here. And really, everybody's telling you to do things certain ways. This works. You heard Rob's story, you heard Tam's story, all the Uber driver success I've had. This works. It's a very concise way to get very good at sharing truth. So join us and become an impactor. All right. Hey, with that, God bless you guys. And we'll probably be joining on this channel in about probably a half hour or so. God bless you guys. And we will talk to you next time. You've just listened to the Blessed to Teach Show. You're now empowered with the truth. Don't miss the edited short B2T clips on a new channel called B2T Clips. A big thank you to all the supporters on Patreon and PayPal. You are truly appreciated. For the links to these sites, as well as links for show notes, Backstage with Blessed to Teach, training courses, and more, visit blessedtoteach.com. That's blessed with the number 2, teach.com. God bless, and be sure to go empower others with the truth.